Do you want to call for solo cash cups? So do I, and today I'm going to be showing you the best solo drops of this season, and I've got 5 ones that should remain relatively uncontested and also have great loot today. First drop we're going for is going to be down here. You're going to mark this spot and I'll explain more when we get here. Remember guys, dropping and having a good drop isn't all there is to Fortnite. There are so many more strategies that can be used to win Fortnite matches. Hence why you should go check out the Solo Superstars by Destiny Jesus, link in description. It is the best place to become a pro player. Trust me, coaching from the best pros and coaches in the entire world. We are going to drop this place, and as you can see there is a chest in the roof. It's not guaranteed, but you do want to aim for this chest every single game because it does spawn the majority of the time, I believe. Once you land here, you have 2 choices. You can either drop down instantly on this chest right here through the roof, or you can drop down to the ground floor and take these slurp barrels and then run into the house. If someone contested me and I got the top 2 chests, I'd currently have an AR and also a shotgun, so I'd be fully set, honestly. You're going to head downstairs, and this is where the majority of the loot is. You're going to run in here, and you can see the main sellout point of this whole drop is the weapon crates. Weapon crates are so good, and they're guaranteed every single game. You see this one, we got a blue gatekeeper and a blue AR, which is honestly astounding. And the blue AR's got scope on it as well, which is even better. If you're in a search lobby, you can even get the Monarch pistol, although I'm not going to this game. Absolutely amazing drop here, and we're coming out of just this building with incredible loot. You're going to run out of this house with a lot more loot than you walked in with, let's just say that. And then you're going to come down this mountain, you're going to see this place here. The chests are not great, that's why we didn't land there, we landed up here. But the main sellout of this point is the metal. The metal's honestly pretty good. You can get cap metal from this place, and it's one of the only spots around this area you actually can get cap metal for, so that's why it's so good. When you're gliding in, you actually have a couple options here. So if you see that the spot I set out for you, this spot is being contested by 2-3 people, you can overshoot it to this beach place over here. This is not quite as good as this house, but when contested, this house is slightly dodgy. So maybe if you're not the best off spawn fire and it's contested, you can always dip off to the beach spot over here and it'll be just as good. Alright, that is spot 1. Let's move on to spot 2. We got a lot of spots to cover today. All 5 are going to be top tier. But if that spot didn't tickle your fancy, then this one probably will. This one is part of the new spots around the map and is not going to have as good loot as the previous ones. But I picked up a wide variety of drops that are both going to be uncontested and contested by a couple people. None of these will be outright contested by 4 or 5, but you might get 1 or 2 in some of these. This one, however, I'm suggesting will remain uncon. Aim with this pad right here, and once you've got this pad, it might look like we land at either of these 2 locations. I promise you we are not. We are overshooting. So if you get best shot for this pad, you can then get the best shot for this POI out here. So this is an interesting one. This location was here last season. However, there used to be the towers down here, but they have now been taken out. So you're going to land on this island, and there is floor loot. There is, I believe, 4 guaranteed chests, but 7 chests overall. And there's also slurp barrels straight out the gate. I can't imagine this is ever going to be con because it's literally in the middle of nowhere. When you look at the Fortnite.gg map, there's 1 chest here, and that is the only chest between here and Doom's Domain and the other location. So there's 1 chest. This means that there's not going to be many people around you. So if you need a good game, maybe this is where you go. And it's not like the loot is downright horrible either. Like, it's a very good brick in this location. And I've got 2 shotguns. So really, 3 shotguns. So really, I'm not going to have a lack of loot. I have 4 shotguns. I've also got a blue gatekeeper, which is very impressive. You should be able to farm almost cap brick and cap wood from this location. Just this small island right here. And I have got the craziest loot just from this small place. And I suggest this is where you land if you need a safer POI that's not going to be conned, because I'd be very happy fighting with this loot, honestly. I've capped shield, I've capped pretty much everything for an off-spawn spot, and now I can take this zip line and maybe push Castle Doom, or I could go to this spot over here where I can take the thing that goes into the air and shoots you off. You may even be lucky enough to get someone from Castle Doom that comes out here completely shambles, and you can just finish them off because you've literally got the best loot in the game. If someone wants to fight you, then you're in a position to fight 100%. With that being said, that is drop 2, and if you appreciate me putting up these drops for you to see, make sure you pop in code JKC in the front item shop. Number 1 way to support my channel and does really help me out. out. The FNCS pickaxe is coming soon, so if you make sure you put code JKC in when you buy it, that would mean the absolute world to me. Let's get into drop number 3. Now this is a location I like. It's close to the first one, but not too close. It's actually in between the Nitrodome and Sandy. It is this part right here. We're going to take this split. So our ideal landing spot here is going to be kind of like on this place. We're going to land on it. There's slurp barrels, there's 2 chests, there's so much stuff that we can get straight out the gate. And it also means we're going to be in a high ground position. From here, we can see whether anyone lands down here in our other part of the split, or up here at the gas station. Someone may land the gas station, and that's fine, because we're going to have the majority of the loot. But if someone lands down here, we don't even have to fight them. We could get the loot over here that's also up, then push the gas station and loot up there. The point is this split is quite versatile, and depending on who lands there, you can always choose a different route to loot. Worst comes to worst, if there's someone at both, you can land. You can go over there. You can go over here near Sandy, because there's actually a lot of parts of Sandy that get left every game. So it's a very, very versatile place to be. Let's just put it that way. We're going to ignore the train because the train coming past is purely luck here. But you can see this place is a very, very solid. If we just drop down to give you an idea, there is a guaranteed chest right here, and you can find a lot of chests around this area. It is pretty uncontested, probably not as contested as the last one we showed, but that one was very, very underrated, so that explains a lot. There is also a launch pad down here, so if you get a fish, you can fizz pad up and get out of the area super quick if you have to. There is cap metal because literally everything is made out of metal. It's important to pick a solo drop that does have a little bit of metal, otherwise you're kind of a bit scuffed on what you can do endgame. You're going to have to get more refreshes, and that makes you a lot more likely to die because not many people can find good refreshes. So this is a great drop, and once we finish looting over here, I didn't loot everything by the way guys, we're going to come over to the gas station. The gas station is also great. You can also farm metal here, and this is the best metal on the map in my opinion, or one of them. You hack it, it gives you 20 each, and it takes 2 hacks to hack it. So you literally get 400 metal just from going around the gas station and just farming all of these. I've been farming for less than 10 seconds and I'm at 250 already, just to give you an idea of how fast it goes. And there's also 3 chests inside the gas station. You can find one at the side of the building that just happens to be a legendary chest this game. You can find one inside the building. And the third chest is actually not a chest, it is a safe and I think till combined. So you can get all the gold you need. The final part of this drop is the vending machine. The vending machine, sometimes someone's here, but if there's not one here, you can go over to the other spot I have in mind for you, which is over here. There's a vending machine 100% spawn. I don't know if you see it, it is right there. Vending machine, heal vending machine, you can quickly come in, grab this and then leave. Anyway, let's get on to the next drop. Alright, these last 2 spots are going to be a little bit more risky, and that's what we want. Okay, Castle Doom. Hear me out first though. We're not going to be taking the entire Castle Doom. We don't want the medallion. Remember, this is for pretty uncontested drops. So you're going to need a great drop here, but once you get the drop, we're going to take some loot and we're going to dip away. That is how we're doing this drop, okay? And that is how we're going to be doing drop 5 as well. So you're going to come in, you're going to glide, and we're going to be landing blue marker. So you're going to want a really, really good drop if you're going to be landing here. We want to capitalize on the jetpacks. We want the best possible chance of getting a jetpack because none of the other locations do offer a jetpack. You're going to have to either find one or kill someone for it. But these ones have the best possible chance. So if we land at this balcony right here, you can see I've got a pretty good drop. Not a heater or anything, just a normal drop. We're going to get the chest, we're going to run in, and there's a Doom chest here. Now listen, you can't get the jetpacks from the Doom chest. Another good reason why this POI is great, it has wonderful loot. I've already got a great loot, and I've looted 1 chest. You're going to get the slurp barrels underneath the stairs, and then you're going to run up where there's another chest on the balcony right here. And you're going to drop down here where there's another chest right here. And through here, if you hack through and you hack down, there's normally a chest inside of that box. We'd run out, we can run up these stairs, across here, where there's another chest here, right there. Then we run through here, and there's another Doom chest on the floor there, which is 100% chest spawn. But we're going to farm up here. We're going to go straight up first, and we're going to jump through the window here. This will allow us to get the Avengers chest, and this is the one that can hold the jetpack. It has a 33% chance of spawning, which means you're going to get it about 3 out of every 10 solo games you get. If you get lucky, you might get it 4. If you get unlucky, you might get it 2. But either way, any chance of a jetpack is better than not a jetpack. We didn't have to fight for this jetpack, which meant that it's going to be a lot easier to make it to endgame now for us. We're going to loot this doom chest, and then, without fail, even though the boss is right there, we're going to go. Because the boss is very third-partyable. Once you start fighting the boss, he's not hard to kill, but people are waiting for you to shoot him so they can capitalize and jump on you. So you just want to escape with the loot you've got. You've got a jetpack now, you've got fizz, you've got minis, you've got a shotgun, you've got an SMG, you've got great loot here. And that is basically how to do drop number 4. Has a little bit of depth to it. You're not just looting some random island, you are looting part of a POI and then dipping from it. Let's get on to the final drop of today's video. Now the final drop is for Doomstat. We're going to land in top left building. I'm exposing some strats here, guys. This is actually one of the best spots to land this season for solos, and I'm about to tell you exactly why. Okay, so the reason we're landing the top left building is because it's slightly sectioned off from the rest of the POI. This means it's easier to take loot and leave without anyone seeing you. Remember, guys, pop in code JKC when getting the FNCS pickaxe on September the 4th. I would really appreciate it. But anyway, I've got a slightly bad drop here, but you want to land for this chest. You see it? This one right here. This chest is out in the open. It's away from everyone though, so you're not going to get beamed. You want to take it, and straight away you want to farm this tree and these bricks. If I see anyone and I instantly have 100, 200 builds, I'm at a massive advantage off spawn, because then it's not 50-50. You're going to take this chest inside the barrels, and you're going to run it inside. You can either hack in through the side or run in through here. It's a chest under the stairs, like so, right there. There's a chest in here if you just run in here. There's a chest above it. Look at that. So many chests right now. There's also a chest here. And if you hack through this cabinet, you will see that there is a secret Avengers base below the house. Where there is a chest right here. There is a Avengers chest that we have not got a jetpack out of. But however, it's the same odds as the previous game. And there's another chest down here. So basically, we've had about 7 chests in no time at all. And we are already looking pretty good in terms for the end game, in terms for the rest of this match. Now, what we have to do here is pretty simple. We don't want to fight this place. This place we've come for. We've come for a split drop. We've come because we don't want to fight. Fighting off spawn is the #1 way to have inconsistent games in a cup, and you want to survive every game off spawn. And you're not going to go any further into the POI. You're going to carry on up here, farming brick, farming wood, until you reach this place right here. This place might be contested, but by the time you get there, the players should have looted up slightly, and you're going to have way better loot than them. This is a different type of push to over there. If we were to push the rest of Doomstrat, we have similar loot to them because we landed the same spot as them. But if we loot over here, this place has about 5 chests. 4 chests. How many does it have this game? 3 chests this game. 3 chests worth of loot. That means we have a ton more loot than them. We can come in and roll them easily. Because we have the loot advantage. We have the mat advantage because we've been farming up. And they might have even left. So we don't even need to have an advantage because they've already left. This is where we farm the metal. These give you 25 per one of these fences. And the rest of the POI does a similar type of thing. This one gives you like 15, this one gives you like 20, 10. And the idea is you farm up cat metal here, so we end up with cat metal, cat wood, cat brick, and we have a good loadout, and we're ready for endgame. If you don't have enough loot, that might be able to provide you with what you need around here. Obviously it won't have a jetpack, because only the Avengers chests have jetpacks, but it's still a good idea to come up here if no one's there. Anyway, chat, that is solo drop slots for you. Make sure you like the video if this did help you, because it took a long time to find these drops. And also, if you have a duo partner, watch the video on screen right now for a duo drop spot that you might want. And also watch the video on the screen, it's also going to help you with the jetpacks. That being said, I'll see you in the next one. Look the code in the description for the Destiny Jesus solo superstars. In a bit.